Music Access. When you finally found some peace after surviving through a rough patch in life, Koreans use the expression, "I can finally pause for breath." It means that the difficulty we faced was so rough, it was difficult to breathe, but now that it's over, we can finally take a deep breath. And it's true, because haven't you had moments when you felt like it was too difficult to breathe because you were really nervous or under too much stress? After that moment passes, you'll find yourself heaving a sigh of relief and trying to recover. Well, this week here in Seoul, it was so hot, it was difficult to breathe. How was it where you live, or were you under so much stress you found yourself holding your breath? Well, it's Sunday, a day for rest. Let's put everything aside for this day and take a deep breath and focus on relaxing and getting back our peace of mind. How does that sound? A healthy body and mind is what will help us to start off the new week strong. Let's all pause for breath today, shall we? The first song you heard today, Sunday, August 9th, 2015, was I Don't Like It, I Love It by Flo Rida featuring Robin Thicke and Verdine White. What's up, Music Access family? In our opening, I kind of nibbled on my tongue and sort of messed up my pronunciation, but you guys know exactly what I'm trying to get at, right? It has been another week, and as a week has passed, I'm sure some of us have had very stressful moments. So I'm just thinking, why don't we take today and just relax, spend an easy going, stress-free day for 2 hours here with me on Music Access. And to explain about our Sunday corner, well, it's called Scribble Scribble. And this corner is for you to think freely and just doodle out your thoughts. Just as you wouldn't think too much about jotting down your thoughts or pictures down on a notepad, consider Music Access just a big piece of paper. Write in about whatever you want to talk about, anything you want to discuss, or if you have any concerns or any worries that you might want to share to help, ease that pain, go ahead and share with us. Anything and everything goes. Share with us by writing Scribble on your title. And now here's how you can listen and participate on Music Access. If you have a smartphone, you can download the Arirang Radio app or TuneIn Radio app to listen to our programs and send in your message in time. And if you use a computer, just visit www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess to listen to us or leave your messages. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. And of course, if you have any wonderful song requests, go ahead and send them in by posting up a message on our message board with the song title under the title request. Now, before we come back with our corner Scribble Scribble, let's check out two songs. The first song is Marry You by Bruno Mars, followed by On the Radio by Regina Spektor. I wanna be with you. If you feel the same, shall we meet here? Will you tell me your story? If you're shy, you can playfully scribble scribble. If you don't know where to start, you can start with a doodle and scribble scribble. Good job! That's how we'll begin our story. I wanna be with you. Our Sunday corner Scribble Scribble is just that. This corner is for you to think freely and just doodle out your thoughts. It's a chance for you to be honest with yourself and think about what was hard, what was embarrassing, what was a proud moment, or any kind of thing you want to talk about from the past week. Go ahead and share with us by writing Scribble Scribble on your title. Now let's go to our first message coming from Leon Teo from Singapore. It says, today is Singapore's 50th birthday. There will be a huge celebration around Singapore. I'm so proud to be a Singaporean. I have my family members and friends here, and we have delicious food. Benji Hyung, you should really come to Singapore one day. It is such a lovely country, and all the people here are nice. I always have heard great things about Singapore. You know, not only is it clean, the food is great, the people are nice, and the weather is lovely. So, of course, if I can, I am going to go to Singapore. And I think my dad has been to Singapore, and he had an amazing time, he said. Granted, he didn't really go to vacation, of course. It was kind of a business trip, but apparently it was a super awesome time. And he's like, yo, Singapore, if you should visit it sometime. I remember he told me. So, of course, Leon, if I do get a chance, I will go visit the lovely country of Singapore, and maybe I'll visit your house. I'll be like, hey, Leon, it's Benji. Open up, I'm hungry. And then you'll be like, who's Benji? Who's Benji? And I'll be like, yo, it's DJ Benji, duh. And I'll be like, who? And then I'll cry and I'll go back to Korea. Alright, before we continue on, let's check out two more songs. Haruka of Japan requested 22 by Taylor Swift, and Melody Pick of Thailand wants to hear Back to You by John Mayer. What's up? We just heard 22 by Taylor Swift, followed by Back to You by John Mayer. I'm Benji of B.I.G, and you're listening to Music Access, and we're just talking about our thoughts and anything we want to talk about here on Scribble Scribble. Our next message comes from Yunita Swinyo from Indonesia saying, I thought I could introduce myself to you in depth today. I hope you enjoy getting to know all about me. My name is Yunita, and actually it's just because I was born in June. Swinyo is my surname, but my family usually call me Nonik. I'm not sure what the meaning of Nonik is, but I think it refers to Nani from Netherlands. Nani. My Chinese name is Yang Xing Ai. Yang from Taeyang means sun, Xing means star, and I means love. And because I really love stars, I made Pyeol as my Korean name since 7 years ago. My best friends call me Pyeol too. Last, I have a nickname, Nays. It's an acronym from my full name, including my baptism name, Nanik Esther Unita Swinyo. How is it counted as a unique nickname? And by the way, Benji, I'm curious, from all my names, which one do you like the most? I think, just personally, I think Pyeol is a really, really pretty name just off the top. But I also think Yunita Swinyo, it rolls off the tongue super, super well. And of course, since you wrote in this lovely manner, I of course will introduce myself as well. What's up, guys? My name is Benji, no, I'm just kidding, that's not my name. What's up, guys? My name is Benjamin, and my family name is Bay. And people usually call me Benji, because it's pretty swaggerific. My Korean name is Pae Jae-uk, and my nickname is Benji, which is also my real name, which is also my nickname, which is kind of complicated, but you guys get what I'm talking about, right? We spend a lot of time together, I'm sure you understand. And lastly, of course, I am in the amazing group B.I.G with 4 other dudes. We're chill. I was gonna say lovely gentlemen, but that would be weird if I said it. But yeah, we chillin' like villains. B.I.G. Alright, before we continue on, remember guys, if you want to tell me anything, I really like this message because it was really personal, and I learned a lot from it. So, if you want to send something like this, feel free. Length is not a problem. Alright, before we move on, let's check out 2 more songs. The first song is requested by you, Nays, or Pyeol of Indonesia, Dear Future Husband by Megan Trainor. And Komnuna of Thailand requested Because of You by Neo. We just heard Let It Go by Elsa. No, I'm just kidding. It was Let It Go by Shinhwa, followed by 나쁜 여자 by Ladies Code. And our next message for our Scribble Scribble corner is from Kirsten from the USA, saying, This week I was backpacking for work and I brought dried squid snacks. Did you know that a lot of the squid in Korea comes from Ulleungdo Island? My crew always makes fun of me because I'm always talking about Korea and buying Korean food. Next week, we're working up in Washington, home turf, so I'm extra happy. Benji, have a good weekend, and let's meet again next week. That sounds like an awesome idea. And, Korean snacks. Kirsten, you mentioned dried squid snacks, which of course are super awesome. I've mentioned this before, but they do sell dried squid snacks at the movie theater in Korea. It's super awesome. It goes well with popcorn. It goes well with peanuts. I was actually super surprised because, back in the States, whenever we eat something, it's all, popcorn and candy, popcorn and a hot dog or maybe a pizza. And they sell chicken now, too. But in the Korean movie theaters, it's actually, I'm going to say this, with a pinch of a grain of salt, but you could actually almost eat a full meal just based on what they serve at the movie theater. It's on a totally different level, like on that scale. And so, guys, if you ever do get a chance to come to Korea, make sure that you go to the movie theater, and before you watch the movie, pick out on all the snacks there. They even sell beer and all different kinds of great snacks. So make sure to go check it out. And Kirsten, have a safe time working up in Washington. Home turf, represented for me as well, just because, I don't get a chance to go back, but hopefully soon. Alright, before we move on, let's check out 2 more songs. Danielle of Australia requested 이튼탄소년단 by 방탄소년단, and Samantha of Australia requested My Boy 2 by the Electro Boys featuring Hyorin. We just heard 흥탄소년단 by 방탄소년단, followed by My Boy 2 by Electro Boys featuring Hyorin. Shout out to One Kind. And it's the end of our first hour. Right after a short break, we'll continue on with Scribble Scribble, introducing your messages and thoughts. So we'll come back after checking out the song requested by Cameron of the USA, Love Who Loves You Back by Tokyo Hotel. We just heard The Wire by Haim, followed by Changing of the Seasons by Two Door Cinema Club. You're listening to the second hour of Music Access for Sunday, and our Sunday Corner Scribble Scribble, which is just like using Music Access as a big notepad. Just as you jot down your ideas, thoughts, and what's been on your mind without thinking much on a notepad, you can send them in to us here so we can all share. It'll be your messages filling up this corner, so feel free to just jot down what's on your mind. Our next message is from Angel from Canada, saying, Hi Benji, how are you? Is the weather nice there in Korea? Can you say 파베베 in an angel voice? Wahahaha, 사랑해, much love, Angel. Side note, I always, whenever I read a message being like, Benji, do aegyo, or stuff like that, the first thing I think about is, I must be really, really good at aegyo. I mean, if I wasn't that good, why would people be requesting it from me, right? I mean, how good can I be? And then I come back to real life, and then I do aegyo by accident, or not by accident, but you know what I'm saying, it comes out naturally. And then someone's like, yo, dude, what are you doing? You're like, come on, dude. And I'm like, dude, what? It's like aegyo, man, it's natural. And they're like, no, dude, it's not. And I'll be like, I can do papepe. And this is why, because, okay, in real life, if I do aegyo or something, obviously there's gonna be a reaction, right? But then if I'm doing radio, I go like, papepe, and then I don't know if I said it right. I don't know how you're reacting to it. I'm like, oh my gosh. But I'm sure you're probably freaking out over it. Just because, people have a tendency to do that when I pull out the old aegyo, you know what I'm saying? Alright, before we continue to move on, let's check out 2 songs. Shin Newest of Vietnam requested Nun Ko Ip by Taeyang, and Rebecca of Brazil requested 시간과 낙엽 by Akdong Musician. We just heard Nun Ko Ip, Eyes, Nose, Lips by Taeyang, followed by 시간과 낙엽 by Akdong Musician. Side note, I just want to say when I first heard this song, this 시간과 낙엽, the Akdong Musician track, it was very different. It was very, very unique to me in the sense that, the whole guitar, the melody, that whole, the lines and the whole, it was very unique, and that's when I thought, oh man, Akdong Musician really has their stuff together. Like, they really know what they're doing. And especially, this is, I think, the same album as the 200%, what's it going? SPLOVE, 200% sure of that. I need you, and I'm really do. This whole song was like bomb. It was so cute, and the music video was cute, and Knocking a Musician is cute. And moving on to our next message, we have Penelope from the USA saying, "Hey Benji, whenever I sneeze, I bless myself. Like, achoo! And I say to myself, bless you, and thank myself, thank you. Plus, I have great conversations with myself while watching dramas. Do you find yourself doing any one of those things?" I do actually. I don't talk to myself a lot, but sometimes I'll eat something like, wow, this is super good. Or I'll be like walking out, and then the thing that I do that, my members really hate is if we're walking outside and I have music on, some people, if they're listening to music and they hear music coming out from a speaker from a store or something, they dance to it. Of course, I'm going to dance to that, but even I go a level above that. I'll have earphones on so no one knows what I'm listening to, and I'll start freestyling in the street, whether it's rap, whether it's dance, whether it's singing. And it's an unstoppable force. It's just so natural for me to, move and sing and dance. And I totally know what it is. Like, that's my version of talking to myself. I create my own party, and I enjoy it. It's a very interesting process, but I recommend it, guys. If you are listening to music right now, or if you go outside and music's coming out, try jamming out to the tunes. It's a very healing experience. Alright, now as we continue on with our show, let's check out two more great songs. The first song is 이럴 거면 그러지 말지 by 백아연 featuring Young K, and Mod of Thailand requested 예뻐서 by 유승우 featuring Louis of Geeks. We just heard 이럴 거면 그러지 말지 by 백아연 featuring Young K, followed by 예뻐서 by 유승우 featuring Louis of Geeks. Side note, guess who else is in Geeks? Lil Boy. Any of y'all watching Show Me the Money? The whole R-E-S-P-T-E-T. I didn't spell that right at all. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. That's what I meant to say. And yeah, man, if you're not checking out the show, get that hip-hop vibe going on, you know what I'm saying? Check it out, yo. This is Music Access, yo. And I'm the super DJ, yo. They call me Benji, not Ben Jeezy, but I've been called Ben Jesus before. If you know what I'm talking about, leave a comment on the message board, because I want to see how many people watch that. Anyways, moving on. Our next message is from Natalie from Canada, saying, "Hey Benji, I haven't been able to tune in so much this past week because I've been really busy. I feel like I've missed so much. Haha, hope you're doing well." No, Natalie, you haven't missed that much. I'm sure that, missing out on Music Access is a bummer. It is a bummer, It's like missing out on candy or missing out on a meal. It's a necessity of life that sometimes you have a tendency to skip. But trust me, you are still cool in my eyes. That's so romantic. And you should definitely check out your hip-hop girl. If you're not listening to Music Access, or if you missed a show, make sure to move on and groove on with the beat. I go boom, boom, and you go, yo, check it. I'm Natalie from Canada, and I always am mad at something. You know what I'm saying? Keep it cool. Keep it Canada. Again, if you know what I just did, send a message. Moving on. Before we continue on, of course, though, we're going to check out two more great songs. The first song is by one of my favorite artists, Konne Mogoyo, Eat by Zion T, followed by the song requested by Kirinhe of Thailand, Love by Primary featuring Bumkey and Palo Alto. Ow! We just heard Konne Mogoyo by Zion T, followed by Love by Primary featuring Bumkey and Palo Alto. Side note, Palo Alto, 우린 거북선, 다른 배는 something, 너의 동공, something, 몸통, something, I don't know what it is, but, check out the whole songs that are getting released. It's pretty swaggerific, and it's awesome. Okay, collecting my hip-hop thoughts and going back to DJ Benji. DJ Benji in the afternoon. If you understand what I just did, this is an American radio thing. Anyways, Mod from Thailand saying, "Hello Benji, how are you these days? I'm fine, but someone I know is not. Do you remember Komnuna? Her mom has been admitted to the ICU since June, so when I have free time, I go see her at the hospital because sitting alone in front of the ICU is not fun. I hope her mom will get better soon. I am aware of that, Komnuna, remember your mother is in our prayers. When it comes to taking care of someone, Maud, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for supporting your friend, and I think that's really, really important, having someone next to you. In times of crisis or in very, very difficult times, sometimes we can feel alone. We can feel like we alone bear the burden, or we alone bear the stress of what's going on in the situation, and we have to deal with it. But having someone next to you, someone who's coming over and saying, it's going to be okay, I'm with you, all that stuff is really, I think, it's an act of love, and it's a beautiful thing. So, Maud, thank you for that. Komnuna, don't worry, your mom will get better, and, we are praying for a speedy recovery. Alright, so thank you everyone for sending in your messages. I hope you were all able to participate in our Sunday Corner Scribble. Remember, if you weren't able to, go ahead and download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone and send us a message via the comment function, or come to us at www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages on our message board under the title Scribble. Now, before we continue on, let's check out two more songs. The first song is I Wanna Be Your Lover by Corinne Bailey Rae, followed by Rolling in the Deep by Mama's Gun. Whew! We just heard I Wanna Be Your Lover by Corinne Bailey Rae, followed by Rolling in the Deep, a cover by Mama's Gun, and wow, that blew me away. Whew! Alright, so as we do come to a close for the end of our show for today, our last song that we'll listen to is A Sky Full of Stars by Coldplay. This was Benji of B.I.G., and as always, I'll be back.